Okay. It's time to make another video because I find myself trapped in my head and I don't like that. So I was wondering, what do I need to do? And let me first tell you what the situation is. I'm making tea and making breakfast, and I also want to make a protein shake. I just had my workout. Let me put this away. Where are Okay, I started using protein shake when I transitioned. Like I was born a girl, and I'll make another lots of videos about that, sharing my story. And spoon. The thing is, when you start using testosterone, you go into your body, your body and your mind, like you whole as a person, go into male puberty. So for those of you who have experienced this at one point in their lives, it involves hunger. Like food is a thing. Like food is always a thing, but especially when you're transitioning into a male physical body, your body needs a lot of nutrition to build all these muscles and new tissue. Like I didn't grow in height. I did feel that my hands might have grown bigger. Like I could really feel the bones in my fingers and my hands hurting. And it was really frustrating because I couldn't text anymore. Like when I tried to use my phone, how do you say that? Your motoric, the way you move your muscles, it jams because the tissue is still growing and the nerves are readjusting, and you're like in this process of growing. So I guess those of you who have, I think it's also for girls and for women, because it's just your body is changing, and you need to adjust to that, and it takes time. And I also find myself bumping into random furniture, and I'm like, Tim, what are you doing? You know, there's a table here, but like, but it's just, it takes time. It takes time to get used to your body. And that's one of the things I love sci-fi books and movies and series, and they help me a lot to get adjusted to my body, to my identity. Like, how do I perceive myself, and how do I think of myself, like my identity. And there's this amazing series on Netflix called Altered Carbon, and it's about the future, and people are able to, wait, I need to adjust the volume of the music. Is it still out for me? Food. A bit more water. It's in the future, and people have created this ability to save their souls, like complete identity with memories and everything, onto stacks, like small stacks, and they go into your here, into your neck, and by doing so you're able to switch bodies, and they call them sleeves. And there's also this thing that's called sleeve sickness, I think, and it's the process of when the stack is being put into a new sleeve, like a body. They need to adjust to one another, and you can experience nausea or like trouble walking and moving. and that gave myself permission to I want to adjust this. So much better. Wait. I do want my two hands. Let me put you over here. Okay, I need more stability. I wanted to put my phone on these grapes, but I'm not gonna do that because then the phone will fall into the floor. This is better. Peanut butter thingy. Yes. Where did? Yes. Okay. Thank you guys for watching, by the way, and I hope you also take care of yourself. Like, make yourself comfortable, provide yourself with enough to drink and to eat. Not adjust. I always have problem breathing, so this is something I wanna make you guys aware of as well. Like, how are you feeling in your body? Like, can you feel your feet on the floor? The clothes that you're wearing, like, are you tensed or are you like? Okay, so you can do that, and I will drink my my shake. Finished. Where was I? Yeah, so the series of Altered Carbon really gave myself permission to be patient with myself and be patient with adjusting to my new body, because I started using hormones 5 years ago, I think. Yeah, five and a half years ago, guys. Like August 2014. Oh my god. And it's a slow process. Like, it's fast in many ways. Is this better? Yes. But also slow. Even though all the changes that happened felt really good for me. Sorry for not burping louder, as my friend Amber would say. Hi, Amber. Even though all the changes I perceived were positive, it doesn't mean necessarily that you are that I was also connected with them as well. Like, even positive changes. Maybe the way should I talk on the camera? I don't know. Even positive changes. This is weird. I like seeing myself as well. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna do it this way. Even positive changes take time to get used to. And that has been one of my struggles, to have patience with myself and to get comfortable in being uncomfortable. And I think that's something all of us are struggling with at one point in our lives. And when you're transgender, or there's like, you have challenges, like there can be challenges in so many ways, as in like being different, and we have to find new ways how to get used to that. But I'll make a separate video on that, probably several, because it's a very important topic, and this is not something I want to go into now, because I want to talk to you about something else. But that was why I was making the shake, because my body needed all this energy, and yeah, I like, protein is really important when you're growing. So I started using shakes to surplus my nutrition. and especially now that I eat vegan, it's very important to me to for me to make sure I get enough protein in my system. So the vegan protein shakes really helps me to do that. Okay, introduction of 10 minutes. I can never tell a story from the start. Sorry, not sorry. But what I'm gonna move first to a chair. I'm gonna make breakfast. That is also something I'm doing. Yogurts. Okay, I'm weird in so many ways, and I love it. Like I use as a breakfast. I usually eat soy yogurt with muesli, like granola and fruits. And there in the Netherlands you have like different types of soy yogurt. I'm not gonna show you, friends, but you have like this kind of yogurt and you have this kind of yogurt, and they're different in flavor. Like this one is more a bit more sour, and this one is very soft and gentle. And I like to combine them together because then it's perfect, like flavor wise. And what I wanted to talk to you about is that suddenly I had this other explosion in my life of starting this YouTube career and social media, and I was called to create this community online called Journey Home. It's on Facebook. It's a sacred safe space for all those beautiful unicorn souls that you are, to help and guide each other home, because that's where we're all heading. But it can be a troublesome and challenging way. And I got this calling from the universe to create this because it needed to be created, and I suddenly become a mom and a dad, and now I have this love baby, which is really great and really challenging as it is as you suddenly become a parent. Now there's this something bigger that I feel responsible for. I need to wash my hands. And I'm still navigating how to deal with this. Like, how do I take care of myself? Because that's important. Like, that's also something that you learn in the airplane. If there's a lack of oxygen, you need to put on your oxygen mask first before you help your kid. And I have so much love already for this baby and all these projects that start to burst and bubble. And it's really nice because I felt stuck in my life for so long, and felt really lost, especially last year. I felt depressed. I had really low energy. I had like nightmares and trauma from the past that surfaced, but also felt lost in the present. Like I didn't know, I didn't feel I belonged, or I didn't know, like this whole existential crisis. Like, what's my purpose? What am I doing here? And I have a lot of energy, and I know this. Like, there has been moments where I have felt aligned and in tune with myself, with the universe, and with my body. Worked out a lot, had a lot of friends, social life, and then all of that suddenly fell away, and I felt really lost. So now that it is like I'm bursting with all this happy energy again, and also meeting all these beautiful souls, both online and offline, I'm struggling or exploring, maybe that's better, because language is important. How you phrase things is also energy. So thanks to one of my friends, Sil, who is amazing. Different stories for another time. But Sil, she made me really aware of language and how you phrase things. It's the energy and the frequency that you put into the universe. So be careful what you wish for. That's like, really be careful. And also be careful with how you phrase things. So I just noticed that I use the word struggling a lot, which has a different connotation than exploring. Like, struggling is this, and exploring is more opening. So by exploring how I am using my energy and my attention and my focus, and how I structure my day and my mornings. So granola, chia seeds, you know these? I really love these. So much love. Fruit, yes. I love pears, but they're always very tricky because when you buy them, usually they're not ripe yet. And I have a tendency to be impatient. And then with pears, if you cut them too soon, then they're not ripe yet, and then you're like stuck with this pear that's already sliced, but it's not ripe. So I think I'm gonna wait with these babies for another day or two, maybe. So I just use grapes. Such abundance in food. Yeah, so I've developed this morning routine, which I love, and I'm gonna make a separate video on that. But it consists of giving love to my body and my soul, like really give love to me. And the oil pulling, also very interesting. Meditating, like I have 2 meditations that I do in the morning, and then some physical exercise. I'm gonna take you guys to the sink to wash the grapes, because it's important to wash your fruits when you eat it. No, then you guys see me because of the light. How do I take care of this camera? That's better. You're in this cute cupboard right now. Where was I? Meditations. Oh yeah, workouts. Then I do some workouts using the website Derby, which is amazing, like really amazing. Started using that website after my last surgery. I have had 2 operations. One of my first my uterus and womb and ovaries, yeah, were removed, and then November, yeah, I think 3 or 4 months later, I had my breast surgery, chest surgery. So that was really intense to have 2 operations in such a short period. But it was good because I needed to recover anyway, so I'd rather have it all together. Yeah, also I'm gonna more videos later about surgeries because it's very emotional and I wanna give it the proper time and attention that it deserves. But after that, when I was like, yeah, recovered physically, I really wanted to work out. Because I had like no physical condition whatsoever. So I discovered Derby through this guy on Tumblr that I followed for a long time, also a transgender guy, awesome dude from Vienna. I have to see if I can find his profile, because I gave him love showers in the past, but I owe him like so much. And then after the workouts, I get a shake and I make breakfast like I'm doing now. But I also noticed that there's this thing called the internet and social media, and it's a lovely world and you get lost easily. So how to navigate this? That's my struggle. No, that's my exploration. It's my research. Yes, so much better. And I also noticed that I tend to be like really harsh on myself. So I'm judging myself because I think it is better if I wouldn't be using my phone so much or be online so much, or I need to have like separate separate time frames and really make sure that it's like I'm online now or I'm doing this and and I'm like, no, that's not how I want to do, how I want to conduct this research. I want to be gentle with myself. And then I remember Dita, another great friend and coach of mine, and yeah, she has. I'm doing this month. It's called the Kracht van Ik maand. It's like the power of me, and she has she's inviting me to be really gentle with myself and to just become aware. Like, before you make any decisions and before you judge yourself, just be aware. Be aware of what one thing does to your mind and body and energy and what the other thing does. And before you jump to conclusions. Same as I was judging myself for not doing the dishes, but then not doing the dishes led to this whole YouTube adventure. So maybe it's not always a bad thing to not do your dishes. Like, who are we to know what is a mistake? So I'm really curious to hear from you guys how you deal with this. How do you deal with your online and offline social life? How do you use Facebook? How do you use Instagram? Do you make moments into your day when you're like mindful, there's support for that, consciously offline, or is it something that you find yourself caught after 2 hours and you're like, what am I doing? I had other plans for my day today. And how do you make sure that you create enough time to to do the things that you love and to do the things that you have to do, because there's just certain things that we have to do to make sure that we can do the things that we love. So there's stuff like doing the dishes or paying your bills. And even though I can really enjoy doing my dishes at times when I really create the time and moment for it, usually it's like this, dishes. So I'm really curious, like, how do you go through life? How do you organize your head? Like, do you have certain structures, or what helped you to create this? More raisins, more space, flow, or sorry guys, I needed more raisins in my breakfast. Do you set intentions for a day or for a week or for a month? Do you have goals and dreams? And what tools do you use to make sure that you're on track? And how much slack do you give yourself? Like, how much space do you self allow to wander, to stray? Because I noticed and rediscovered this week that yes, I need a certain structure, as for example my morning routine, and I have this bullet journal, also more videos about this later, where I keep track of it, and I also noticed that I need to have some space to wander and to explore and to just be spontaneous. Yeah, so we did reach the end of the story and the point I wanted to make in this video. Thank you so much for your time and patience, and I'm really looking forward to hear from you guys, because it's a research, and part of doing research is to look for other sources and other other fields or other people to see, to get inspiration, and to not have to research things that already have been researched by other people and that have made wonderful conclusions about it. So I wish you all a very beautiful, wonderful day or night, whenever it is you're watching this, and stay tuned for more videos. I don't know when I will upload them, but they will be there. So lots of kisses, stay flawsome, be kind. Mwah. Love you guys.